Hello, my friends. This video is based on the new Form N-400 application questions for the U.S. Citizenship interview and test. Learn how to pass the English-speaking portion and improve your chances of passing the citizenship interview. Pass the speaking portion of the English test. Your answer is important for each question found in the latest N-400 application form. For the speaking test, you'll be asked questions about your background and the N-400 application. The interviewing officer will listen to on how you speak using the English language. It's important to understand each question and answer. Let's watch another U.S. Citizenship Naturalization interview.
P7 for Alina Thompson. Is Alina Thompson here today? Good morning. I'm John Peterson, the immigration officer who will interview you today.
Good morning, Officer Peterson.
How was everything before coming here?
It was okay, officer. Thanks for asking.
All right, please follow me to my office. Please enter the office. Can you please state your full name for the record?
Yes, my full name is Alina Thompson.
Thank you, Miss Thompson. I will be conducting your naturalization interview today. I understand that you are applying for naturalization under the provisions of the Violence Against Women Act. Is that correct?
Yes, that is correct.
I see. Before we begin, I need to place you under oath. Please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm that the statements you will give today will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, I do.
Please have a seat. Do you have any questions?
Yes. Will my spouse never know I filed for VAWA?
No, Miss Thompson, don't worry. We take this matter seriously. This process is confidential, so your husband will not know you are filing a VAWA case. Violence Against Women Act, also known as VAWA, offers a shorter path to citizenship for domestic violence and abuse victims. This is your opportunity to give yourself. And if you have a child, it's a safer environment for both of you, and rebuild your lives free of your abuser. We will start by asking basic questions about your N-400 application and background. Can you confirm your date of birth?
Sure, my date of birth is January 10th, 1995.
And where were you born?
I was born in Odessa, in southern Ukraine.
Thank you. Please tell me the date when you became a lawful permanent resident.
I became a lawful permanent resident on June 10th, 2020.
Great. Now, I need to ask you some questions about your marital history. Can you tell me the name of your former spouse?
My former spouse's name is Andrew Thompson.
And when did you marry Mr. Thompson?
We got married on March 20th, 2018.
When did your marriage to Mr. Thompson end?
Our marriage ended on December 15th, 2021.
I'm sorry to hear that, Ms. Thompson. I understand that you have filed under the Violence Against Women Act provisions. Please describe your situation and why you believe you qualify under the Violence Against Women Act.
Yes. During our marriage, Mr. Davis was abusive towards me. He was verbally, emotionally, and physically abusive. I reported the abuse, and there are police reports and medical records that I have as evidence. I have the documents for these incidents. I also received a protective order against him. Due to the abuse, I filed for the Violence Against Women Act self-petition, which was approved.
I'm sorry you had to go through that, Ms. Thompson. Your safety and well-being are so important. I have reviewed the documentation you provided with your N-400 application, including the police reports and the protective order. Everything seems to be in order, as I can see here. Please be informed that we will not contact your ex-husband about your N-400 application. In addition, you do not need to establish that you are or were living with your spouse or give any documentation about your spouse. Please know that abusers or criminals cannot use the immigration system against their victims. For example, they cannot get information about their immigration benefit requests, participate in their victims' immigration cases, or encourage immigration enforcement officers to pursue removal actions against their victims.
Thank you for your explanation.
No problem. Right now, I need to ask you some questions to test your English and knowledge of U.S. history and government. Are you ready?
Yes, I am.
Let's start with the English test. I will read you a sentence, and I need you to write it down. Ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Please write this sentence. Independence Day is in July. Independence Day is in July. Great. Now please read this sentence for me.
When is Independence Day?
Excellent. Now we'll move on to the civics questions. I will ask you up to 10 questions, and you must answer 6 correctly to pass. Ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
What do we call the first 10 amendments to the Constitution?
The Bill of Rights.
That's correct. What is one right or freedom from the First Amendment?
Freedom of speech.
What is the supreme law of the land?
The Constitution.
Another correct answer. Next question. How many U.S. senators are there?
There are 100.
Yes, that's right. Fifth question. Who is in charge of the executive branch?
The President.
That's correct. Next question. Name your U.S. representative.
I don't know my U.S. representative.
No problem. I will give you another question. What is the capital of your state?
Tallahassee is the capital state of Florida.
Wonderful. You've answered 6 questions correctly, which is enough to pass this portion of the civics test. Please give me your green card, your passport, and ID.
Here you go.
Thank you. Have you used any other names since birth?
You're welcome. No, I used a different last name when I was still single.
So what was your full legal name when you were still single?
It's Alina Kovalenko.
Okay, so would you like me to change your name today?
Yes, I want my name changed to Alina Kovalenko.
All right, do you know your USCIS A number for the record?
Yes, my A number is a 283406749.
Tell me your country of citizenship or nationality.
My country of citizenship is Ukraine.
Was one of your parents, including adoptive parents, an American citizen before your 18th birthday?
No, my parents are not American citizens. I don't have adoptive parents.
Do you have a mental impairment, physical or developmental disability?
No, I don't.
Do you want the Social Security Administration to issue you an original or replacement Social Security card and update your immigration status with them once you're naturalized?
Yes, that will be helpful. Thank you.
That's no problem. Let's add that to your N-400 application. Can you tell me your Social Security number?
My social security number is 489-26-8374.
Let me go to your biographic information. I need you to answer these questions. What is your ethnicity?
I'm Ukrainian.
What is your race?
I'm white.
Can you say your height in feet and inches?
My height is 5 feet and 6 inches tall.
Can you tell me your eye color?
My eye color is hazel.
What is your hair color?
My hair color is blonde.
Where do you currently reside?
I live at 73 Pecan Road, Ocala, Florida, 84372.
Please know that we take steps to protect the information of victims of domestic violence. Suppose you are living in a shelter or safe house when filing for naturalization and you do not feel safe giving your current physical address. In that case, you may tell us a safe address, which will become the mailing address where you can receive mail on your Form N-400 application. This address could be a post office box, P.O. box, the address of a friend, a community-based organization helping you, or any other address, where you can safely and timely receive mail from us.
I do understand what you are referring to.
Since when have you lived at this address?
I have lived at this address since I separated from my husband.
Is your current physical address the same as your current mailing address?
Yes, it is the same address.
Let's proceed to Part 5 of your N-400 application. Information about your marital history. What is your current marital status?
I am divorced.
How many times have you been married?
I have been married, once only.
And what is your ex-husband's date of birth?
His date of birth was June 8th, 1974.
And when did your ex-husband become a U.S. citizen?
Since the time that he was born here in America.
How many times has your ex-husband been married?
I'm his third wife, so he has been married 3 times, officer.
Did you know how the 2 marriages ended before you married him?
His first wife passed away, and the second marriage ended in divorce.
Is your ex-husband currently working?
Yes, I believe that he is currently working.
Do you know your ex-husband's employer or company?
From what I know, he works at a steel manufacturing company.
Let's proceed to Part 6, information about your children. Do you have any children under 18 years of age?
Yes, we have 1 child.
What's the name of your child?
Her name is Lily Thompson.
How about your ex-husband? Does he have any children?
From what I know, no, he has no children.
Let's go to Part 7, information about your employment and schools you attended. Have you ever worked or been employed here in the United States?
No, I have never worked here. My husband never allowed me to work.
Have you attended any school in the United States?
No, I have not attended school here in America.
I see. So you have been a stay-at-home wife since you came to the United States. We need to continue to Part 8, your time outside the United States. Let's start with your most recent trip and then work backwards. When was your most recent trip outside the U.S.?
We only had 1 trip abroad, and that was after we got married. We visited his parents in Canada.
Can you tell me the date when you left the United States?
We left the United States on April 20th, 2018.
So what was the date when you returned to the United States?
We returned to the United States on May 10th, 2018.
So that was the only country you traveled to since you became a permanent resident, correct?
Yes, you are correct.
Let's check Part 9 of your N-400 application. Additional information about you. Most of these questions include the word ever. I just want to be clear that your ability to understand English will not be based on being asked to define a word or phrase found in Form N-400. I am simply asking you to say what you know in any of these words or phrases to verify if you understand these questions, since some of these words and phrases on the N-400 form can be difficult for English learners. Have you ever claimed to be an American citizen?
No, I have never claimed to be an American citizen.
Have you ever registered to vote or voted in any federal, state, or local election in the U.S.?
No, I have never registered to vote.
Do you owe any overdue federal, state, or local taxes in the United States?
I believe that I don't owe any US taxes.
Since you became a lawful permanent resident, have you called yourself a non-resident alien on a federal, state, or local tax return? Or decided not to file a tax return because you considered yourself a non-resident?
No, I don't consider myself a non-resident alien. I consider myself as a lawful permanent resident.
Have you ever been a member of, involved in, or in any way associated with any communist or totalitarian party anywhere in the world?
No, I have never been associated with a communist or totalitarian party.
Have you ever been associated with any group anywhere in the world that advocated opposition to all organized government?
No, I have never been associated with a group like that.
Have you ever supported and promoted world communism?
No, because I am against world communism.
What is your understanding of totalitarian dictatorship?
A totalitarian dictatorship is a country governed by a dictator.
You are correct. So, have you ever advocated the establishment in the United States of a totalitarian dictatorship?
No, I have never done any of that.
Have you ever supported and promoted the overthrow by force or violence or other unconstitutional means of the U.S. government?
No, I have never done any of those things.
Have you ever been involved in the unlawful assault or killing of any officer of the U.S. government or any other organized government?
No, I have never been involved in any unlawful assault or killing.
What is your understanding of the word sabotage?
It's an intentional act of destroying something.
You are correct. Have you ever been a member of or involved in any group that advocated sabotage?
No, I have never been involved in any way that advocated sabotage.
Have you ever supported and promoted anywhere in the world the unlawful damage, injury, or destruction of property?
No, I have never done any of that.
Have you ever used a weapon or explosive with intent to harm another person or cause damage to property?
No, I have never used a weapon or explosive.
Have you ever engaged or participated in kidnapping, assassination, or hijacking of an airplane, ship, vehicle, or other mode of transportation?
No, I have never done any of those bad things.
Have you ever participated in torturing or trying to kill any person?
No, I have never done any of that.
Have you ever caused harm or suffering to any person because of their race, religion, national origin, membership in a particular social group, or political opinion?
No, I have not done those things to anyone.
Do you understand what to commit is?
Yes, a plan of action to do it.
You are correct. So, have you ever committed, agreed to commit, asked someone else to commit, helped commit, or tried to commit a crime or offense for which you were not arrested?
No, I have never done any of those things.
Have you ever been arrested, cited, detained, or confined by any law enforcement officer, military official in the U.S. or elsewhere, or immigration official for any reason, or been charged with a crime or offense?
No, I was never arrested, cited, detained, or confined by any law enforcement officer.
Have you ever engaged in prostitution, attempted to procure or import prostitutes, or received any proceeds or money from prostitution?
No, I have never done any of that.
Have you ever sold or smuggled controlled substances or illegal drugs?
No, I have never done those illegal things.
Have you ever been married to more than one person at the same time?
No, I have not.
Do you understand the word misrepresented?
Yes, a false or misleading statement.
You are correct. So, have you ever misrepresented to obtain any public benefit in the United States?
No, I never lied to receive any public benefit.
Have you ever been removed or deported from the United States?
No, I have never been removed or deported from America.
Did you ever have a hereditary title or an order of nobility in any foreign country?
No, I never had any of those.
Do you support the Constitution and form of government of the United States?
Yes, I do.
Do you understand the full oath of allegiance to the United States?
Yes, I do understand it.
Are you unable to take the oath of allegiance because of a physical or developmental disability or mental impairment?
No, because I don't have any of those.
Are you willing to take the full oath of allegiance to the United States?
Yes, I am willing to take it.
If the law requires it, are you willing to carry weapons on behalf of the United States?
Yes, I am willing to do it.
If the law requires it, are you willing to do something other than fight in a war in the U.S. Armed Forces?
Yes, I am willing to do it.
If the law requires it, are you willing to do non-military work that the U.S. government says is important to the country?
Yes, I am willing to do non-military work.
Please read what's on the digital tablet before signing. Also, please check all the data, including your full name and address.
I read all of the data here and they are correct.
I think we have all the necessary information from you. We don't need to investigate your case further. You have submitted enough evidence for your naturalization application case. Congratulations, you have successfully passed your naturalization interview. The next step is to attend the oath ceremony, where you will officially become a U.S. citizen. You will receive a notice with the date and time of the ceremony.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Do you have any questions for me?
Yes. Can I see any notice with the date and time of the ceremony through my USCIS online account?
Yes, of course. As long as you constantly check your online account, you will see it first, before the physical mail. Do you have more questions?
Yes. Will my oath ceremony take longer since I requested a name change?
Yes, it may take a little bit longer, due to the name change. Are there more questions for clarification?
I think that's all, officer.
You did an amazing accomplishment today. Let me guide you now back to the waiting area.
Thanks for watching this naturalization interview video. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this YouTube video.